Fortunately, the alarm hasn't been raised down here. But these tunnels are linear enough that there's not a lot of easily getting around them. Actually, hang on a second. Can we do something funny here? I'll bet we can. Stop fiddling with the scope, dude. Okay, let's try this. Ah! Okay, that dude has a scope too. So yeah, the big problem with the assault rifle in this game when enemies use it is the scope lets it be useful from a very long range. And this absolutely works both ways. In fact, now might not be a bad idea to switch that out. In fact, here's what we're going to do. The Glock isn't holding its own, so I'm going to switch the Colt to our slot 1. And we'll have the Steyr on slot 6. But yes, I do love that our assault rifle for this game is not like something you would commonly find in the United States, not like an M4 or an AK or something. No, it's a very... I forget if this gun is French or Swiss. I want to say French. But yeah, it's this exotic, highly tactical device. But it is very handy in our hands. Alright, generator 2, generator 1, huh? We don't really know where we're going down here. We're just following a path of destruction. Have we ruined the place yet? If not, our job is to ruin it. I mean, you know, nominally we're here for a rescue mission. And these guys aren't...
Did you hear something? Perhaps. Shall I go and investigate it? No, if someone is out there, let them come to us. There's only one way in here. You're mistaken. There's another way. We must be cautious. Yes, I suppose. But I don't know the man who can hold his breath for that long. It is not men we need to worry about. Ah, yes, I see your point.
Ah. So a little hint that we can swim between places. A rare opportunity. Alright. You know what? Let's try something. Can I stealth kill these dudes in sequence? Yes! 1. Come here, you. My sword hungers. Ah! Okay, I think that killed them, but I'm not sure. Okay. Time to go swimming, but what the hell? Oh, hey! Fancy meeting you here. It's Ash.
No more fire.
Man, you look like hell.
No fire.
After all the trouble I went through to get you out, you got caught.
It ruined my face. The fire. I can still feel it in my wounds. They'll kill me. They'll come back with their brands and it will burn.
Okay, it's unpleasant, but it will heal, dude. You are a vampire. Yeah, keep your voice down.
I wouldn't talk, so they burned me. Again. And again and again. Their eyes, they enjoyed it. Before they come back, I'm begging you. Let me out.
Alright, I'll look for a way out, dude. Hang in there.
They always come back. And it always burns.
Don't go anywhere. Yeah. Fun thing to say to a guy in a cell. So, yeah, the... What the hell? 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 What the Yeah, these guys are basically ruthless fanatics, and they absolutely will torture people. Both vampires and humans that are just not sufficiently with the program. And this is kind of just the way the game's saying, don't feel too bad about killing these guys. Even though they are technically monster hunters, they're mostly just as big a bunch of assholes as everybody else. They just don't have superpowers backing them up.
Brother Grunfeld?
Yes.
What stories have you heard, young brother?
There are many. Some say he saw his own mother eaten alive by a coven of witches, and others that he once killed an elder vampire with his bare hands. There are even whispers that he is the resurrected Saint Leopold, come to lead his armies into the final battle against the armies of darkness.
Not all stories you hear are true. Brother Grunfeld is a good soldier just as you will become if you have faith in God and the discipline to stand in his army.
It is also said that he once killed a man of the Brotherhood because he refused to follow orders.
So, yeah.
Some stories you hear are true, young brother.
So, yeah, they're perfectly willing to execute their fellows if they waver, let's say. And if I can get them close to there, that blast will knock them around. Oh, hey, that's an even better one. Let's do it. Pardon me to be a real pain in the blast, fellas. Oh, shit. Oh, goddamn. Oh. Okay, that backfired spectacularly. Awesome. Alright. So, wait a minute. Was I just close enough that I took collateral damage, or was there a thing nearby that blew up as well?
Some say he saw his own mother eaten alive by a coven of witches, and others that he once killed an elder vampire with his bare hands. There are even whispers that he is the resurrected Saint Leopold, come to lead his armies into the final battle.
Wait for it. Catch them all, or some of them, close enough.
Not all stories you hear are true.
Notably, when using a scope, you'll notice it doesn't have the normal targeting reticule, and it doesn't really reflect your accuracy. Like, if we zoom out, you see that it spreads as normal when firing, and, you know, moving around and such, but you don't get that when you're zoomed in. So, something to keep in mind. It probably does something like Deus Ex, where the very first shot is dead on, and after that, it's just kind of a funky approximation of recoil. Shit. Alright, we're getting chewed up here. Ah. Okay, blood heal is not working. Alright, that's a little big. Oh, Christ on a stick. Alright, there he is. I think he's the last one in here. So, yeah, these guys aren't kidding around. Ultimately only human, but just enough firepower to be a problem. And as you might expect, Bach is at the center of this, waiting for us. One of these guys, I think, had a key that'll let us get Ash out. Oh, gee! Ah, motherfucker! Oh. Okay, well played. Alright, let's back off a little bit further. That sliver of aggravated damage from the explosion was enough to be a problem. Bear in mind, due to Twitch shenanigans, I am getting chat on an extreme... there is a delay in where the stream is and where I am that is more pronounced than usual. I do apologize for any communications issues. Thus, please bear with me. Anyway, let's definitely save here. See if I can sneak up on this guy and top off. Oh, hey, that's the guy that got me last time. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright. Damn! These guys just didn't join in the fight. Very sneaky. Yeah, sadly Twitch is having some serious issues tonight. I do apologize, there is just not much I can do about that, so bear with me. Motherfucker, okay. Motherfucker. Alright, easy does it. Just one more of those assholes out there, and we kinda need to be careful. Alright. The flamethrower is of some utility against humans, for obvious reasons. Motherfucker. But you do want to be judicious with its use, since you can only carry so much. Okay, hang on, I'm gonna restart the stream so we can catch up. Just a second. Let's heal up as best we can. Were any of these guys carrying a key? Kinda need that for Ash's cage. We want to settle that before we get too far in. I think this might be it. Yes, that's it. Alright, that'll give us some time to heal at least. We will want to be in tip-top shape for the boss. It's basically what we've been dealing with these guys, with one extra wrinkle. Alright. Yeah. Good luck in Canada. Alright. Did our good deed for the day. Actually, how we doing? What do we have left for blood? Not much. I think just the Elder Vitae. That we're going to want to save for a rainy day, because that fills you up on everything. Actually, now might be a good time to take a break and let my healing do its thing. So we'll save real quick. I'll leave the game running. We'll gradually heal up that aggravated damage. I'm going to get in some crunches before the boss fight here. Right, and we're back. Hopefully Twitch will behave long enough for the boss. Bach, it's been so long. Yeah, you missed.
I knew Johansen would lure the servants of Satan, but I set this trap for the archfiend himself. Where is LaCroix?
LaCroix? You think LaCroix would come here alone?
Perhaps when LaCroix runs out of minions, he will show me his face, and God will guide my shots through it. Before I send you to eternal damnation, any last words?
No, let's do this. Alright. So we got a sniper duel here in this little shooting gallery. And I do appreciate that they spiced up a boss arena in kind of an interesting way. But all this terrain is destructible, and that's a huge problem given the range that Bach is working at. So, you can engage him in a sniper duel. We don't have enough ammo to make it count. Ah, shit. Ow, 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 ow. And you might think it's the... Shit, where is he? Switch back to Auspex. Fuck. Ah! Okay, yeah, that's a severe liability, being unable to exit sniper view while you're reloading. Okay, yeah, so that's one reason that... Oh, damn it! Colliding entities. Okay, the game actually crashed because he was throwing grenades. Okay, yeah, so basically Bach has a bunch of nasty tricks up his sleeve. He snipes at you, he throws grenades if you're under his line of fire, and there's one other thing he does if you get close enough, and I'll try to demonstrate that. Because, yeah, you saw a direct hit with a sniper rifle took off maybe like a tenth of his health. So he's pretty tanky.
I knew Johansen would lure them.
Yes, yes, yes.
He is under divine protection. If you want him, come take him if you can.
Your offer has been accepted. Alright. So you can sort of goad him into missing shots, but it is very difficult. And as mentioned, the enemy AI does not seem to have the refire rate that you do. They don't have to actually reload. I think if I get under his line of fire here, I think the beam here is indestructible, but this stuff definitely isn't. Fuck. Alright, there he is. You see, suddenly he's not taking any damage. He has supernatural abilities as well. This is what True Faith does. And in fact, if we get close enough... he'll do this. So yeah, he'll blind us and effectively teleport, giving him a chance to reposition. So you don't have much choice but to engage him in range. I think it is possible for him to attack you in melee, but it requires some special circumstances. So it's actually hard to chase him down and hurt him. So this is kind of a ranged battle of attrition. So you do actually kind of want single-shot weapons, and, you know, in hindsight I'm wishing I'd saved more ammo up for the sniper rifle. So yeah, the ability that blinded us also shields him. Actually, he's got two separate abilities. And again, I find it very interesting that you do this after we had the example of of the cross not working during the Mandarin's test, because the player coming into this from the outside, like the protagonist canonically is, they don't know, they didn't know any of this. They don't know what to expect. They heard mixed things about them. Some vampires don't worry about them, some vampires are afraid of hunters. But only the loading screen tooltips will tell you flat out that some hunters actually do manifest supernatural abilities. And so if you're just going by what you've personally experienced, then you have no reason to suspect that this ordinary human can soak up gunfire and blind you and effectively teleport. So it's a pretty good bait and switch, and yet it's pretty fair in doing so. The game flat out tells you this is something you might run across. And it's just one of the reasons why this game holds up as an introduction to the world of darkness. Shit. Because, yeah, you become powerful, but the game makes it very clear that there's always a bigger fish out there somewhere. Need blood. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need that Elder Vitae. There we go. Actually, you know what? Now would be a good time for celerity. Damn it! The AI is annoyingly good at pinning you down. On the rare instances where you can't just muscle your way past, this is one of them. That sniper rifle fucking hurts. Grunfeld Bach, more like put him in the ground, Bach. Ha ha! Okay, so bro is finally fucking dead. Let's go talk to the good doctor and get the hell out of here. Now, as mentioned, he's not at all aware that vampires exist. There's no real option to enlighten him otherwise, but it's kind of an interesting bit of context for this conversation. And if you pay attention to him,
there's no reason for you to keep me here.
You can see he's actually still in the bathrobe. So, interesting little connection of details here. Dr. Johansen was on the guest list at the Empire Hotel. This breezed by us when we went there ages ago for the Plague Bearer and the Russian Mafia quests. But he was there, and you can see he's wearing a bathrobe with that same logo. So, again, this is a game that pays attention to the small things and ties it all together and makes it seem the world seem bigger. There's a boat not far from here. Help me and I'll help you escape.
Yeah, okay. Anything, just get me out of these caverns and away from these crazies. I think I'm starting to get pneumonia.
Tell me what you know about the Ankar and sarcophagus.
The sarcophagus? You went through all that trouble for the sarcophagus? Yeah, I'll tell you. But don't you think it would be better to get out of here before those men come back?
I think this is Jim Cummings, but I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, I dealt with him. They won't give us any problems.
I guess if you can get all the way here, you deserve the answers. But can I make one request first? After I answer your questions, you help me escape.
Deal.
All right. Where should I begin?
Alright, so what can you tell me about the sarcophagus?
Let's start with the history of the Ankaran sarcophagus. That is a long and interesting legend, lost and found throughout the ages. Tell me, are you familiar with the Assyrians?
Let's just say yes.
Yeah, well, the markings on the sarcophagus seem to hint that it is from sometime between 1050 and 800 BC, which was a period of fierce expansion by the Assyrians. Oddly, for those years, only one king shows up on the historical record.
Yes, oddly. Please continue.
While most likely he wiped all evidence of his predecessor's existence or passed the name to his heirs, one monarch, Mesarach, the one-eyed king, is given credit for the territory and achievements of this time. But he would have had to have been over 250 years old, like Dracula or something.
Yes, that's crazy. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, what does this have to do with the sarcophagus?
I find it hard to believe a sarcophagus with a person as important as Mesarach could remain in, pristine or intact condition for so many years. But this is who is believed to be contained within.
Let's see. Are you sure?
An educated guess. Maybe you have not heard. It was stolen from the museum before we had a chance to open it. Usually, we use equipment to carbon date, X-ray, and take air samples before we pry open the lid.
You compared him to a vampire. Any reason?
You know, it is interesting that you ask me that. The goddess on the outside of the sarcophagus was Lamastu. In Assyrian myth, Lamastu was an evil demoness who preyed on humans. Many people cite her as the mother of vampire myth,
And?
The engravings on and found around the sarcophagus portray a regal figure drinking the blood of his enemies. Now, this image is found in many cultures, specifically among those of royal lineage, but there is a quite scientific explanation.
Which is?
A disorder known as porphyria. In short, it is caused by a deficiency of the iron in the blood, and in many cultures, for the nobility that could conceivably get away with the cure, the treatment was to drink human blood.
Interesting. So yeah, this is a little thing that lets you, like, ask about porphyria, because it makes you wonder, alright, is there some scientific basis to vampirism? But if you bring it up, all he says is this.
It is quite treatable today without having to drink the blood.
Okay, so I didn't need to drink all that blood. Go figure. But yeah, he has no idea vampirism is a real thing. But also porphyria is real and kind of a separate thing from vampirism. But anyway, are you saying Mesarach drank human blood?
Perhaps. Drinking the blood of your enemies is, if nothing else, symbolic. It can inspire fear in your foes and dissidents. Don't misunderstand me. I in no way believe it was a vampire. Vampires. That's what caused this whole mess. These maniacs believe they exist.
How did you find the Ankaran sarcophagus?
That is, you see, in archaeology, one can spend years looking for a dig site, following local rumors, studying old maps. It's a complicated process, very boring.
I'm interested. Please go on.
Finding and organizing a dig is the least interesting part of an archaeologist's job. Trust me, you don't want to hear about it.
Let's see. Do you really believe Mesarach is inside the sarcophagus?
That I can't be sure of, nor can anyone. But I promise you it is more likely to be filled with, gummy bears than vampires. Perhaps maybe a mummy, but not likely the kind to go about chasing Abbott and Costello.
There's a very interesting detail about this we'll come back to towards the end of the game. But yeah, what else do you know about vampires?
Not much, really. I'm an archaeologist, not a mythologist. But I do know that Lamastu, the Assyrian demoness, was thought to have been the inspiration for Lilith, the first wife of Adam in the Jewish Old Testament, another source of the vampire myth.
So how does the sarcophagus open?
Ah, quite interesting. There is a surprisingly complex mechanical lock on the face of the sarcophagus. By sheer luck, we were able to find the key not far from the sarcophagus. Why no one ever found it and robbed it? It's perplexing.
A key, of course. Do you have it?
How strange you would ask. I haven't seen the key since it was loaded onto the Elizabeth Dane in Turkey. It was stolen before the sarcophagus even. I am still hopeful that the police find both pieces before the contents can be disturbed. Actually very sophisticated, and I meant to study it at the museum. I've answered all your questions. Do you think now you could please get me out of here? I don't care who you are or why you've had so many questions about the sarcophagus. I just want to leave this place.
Alright, I'll free you. There's a boat nearby. We can escape on it.
Thank you, my friend. I don't know where you came from, but I will never forget this kindness.
No problem. Alright, so we got us another escort section here, and he'll follow us to the boat. And like with Zhao at the warehouse, we get extra experience, I think, for getting him out of here safe. Now, normally that wouldn't be a problem, because we've cleared the opposition out of the way, but there's one final wrinkle.
Your time of judgment is here.
Bach is back. Just long enough to be a problem. Okay, Doc. We gotta hustle. Let's go. So yeah, it's a very tight time frame and you gotta haul ass. Doc can mostly keep up, but you can't just use celerity and just book it out of here. And you don't have a lot of time to screw around. Alright, Doc, come on. Fortunately, the boat's just right up here. Let's go, let's go! Christ. This one's gonna be close. Alright, come on, Doc. We're almost... Fucking seriously? Okay, got caught on props. Son of a bitch. Okay. That's the real problem, is that the pathfinding in this game is very suspect, and given the amount of debris in the way, it's entirely possible he gets caught on something. So you kind of want to keep an eye on him as you work your way over there. And again, you really do not have time to dally. Alright. Second try, Doc. Come on. Can mostly navigate the environment well enough. It's more a question of all the shit that got in the way from fighting earlier. Alright. Come on, Doc. Let's hustle. See if I can move around this stuff. That's it. Come on. Poor guy's walking in sandals, or slippers too, from the hotel. Ah, come on, get up here, Doc. Alright, hold on a second. Alright, good. He was close enough for it to count. But yeah, not a lot of time, not a lot of margin for error there if you want to get the Doc out safe. Alright, well that was fun, and looks like we're not the only people around here who've been keeping ourselves busy. There's been some excitement here at Venture Tower. Let us find out what has happened in our absence. I just realized we missed a, damn, we missed an option for... We missed an option to get extra information from the doctor. There is a secret about how he found the sarcophagus, And normally you need Persuasion 10 to crack it, but the patch might have changed it so you also need some high intimidation or something. I don't know, I'll have to look into this. But there is something about that he was not telling us. Anyway, so yeah, Venture Tower has been attacked. And something broke in, pissed off, and slaughtered the guards down here. It was a hell of a fight. And also the bodies are janking out. We can't get past them. Fantastic. Jesus. Whoever they were busy. And up to LaCroix's office we go. Hey, boss. Someone made a mess down in the lobby.
With whom do they think they're dealing? Attack me in my own building! They're desperate. They've shown their weakness. A last-ditch attempt to steal the prize.
Yeah, someone made a mess downstairs.
The Sabbat. A pack of shovelheads with cheap pistols was all they could muster. 2 got a few stories up, but I took care of them. And my sheriff brought the rest their final death in the lobby. Sabbat animals.
Sabbat attacked? Why?
Why else? The motive of every kindred in the entire city these last few nights. The Ankaran sarcophagus. They've been misled into thinking the sarcophagus holds a sleeping ancient. Their most coveted feasts. Diablerists.
So yeah, you remember the prince was acting petulant that he couldn't get the sarcophagus open, and now he's trying to act all aloof and confident that the Sabbat are foolish for wanting what he obviously wants for himself. But yeah, they drink the blood of other vampires?
The Sabbat's infamy is in no small part due to their practice of diablerie. That is, drinking the blood of other kindred. Especially older ones, until they are dead. Diablerists gain the power of those they've fed upon. And the Camarilla, this is an act punishable by death. For the moment, we've manipulated the press into reporting tonight's events as a terrorist attack. Their soldiers may be no danger to me, but their threat to the masquerade is abundant. As my best agent, I'm sure you can guess my course of action.
Here we go. You want me to take on the Sabbat by myself? Have your gorilla do it.
He has to remain here in case of further attack, and also to guard the sarcophagus. For this emergency, I need someone with your nerve to guarantee success. The Sabbat have been a threat to both of us for far too long.
Alright. Fine, where are they?
The Sabbat have made their haven at the Hallibrook Hotel. Right under our noses, here in downtown. Kill their leader. The rest will scamper out of the city. This is the last time they ever set foot in Los Angeles. Before you go, Beckett told me you went to the Society of Leopold. Did you find out how my sarcophagus is opened?
My sarcophagus. Yeah, you see where this is going here. But yeah, yes he did. Yes, I did.
What did you find out?
The missing crate from the Dane. It's a key to the sarcophagus.
A key? Where? Do you have it?
No, that's all I know. But I do have other good news. Bach is dead.
Not only did you infiltrate the Society of Leopold, but you managed to kill their greatest hunter. You certainly are developing a legend for yourself. Superb. A toast to you, and to victory over the Sabbat. And to Bach. May all his progeny meet such fates.
Right. I only killed him because I had to. Now I must do the same for the Sabbat. Oh, hey, oh, interesting. Not only did I kill Bach, I also found his journal. That should be valuable. That might be a patch edition.
Here. Pity you don't have his head. I would have sent it to the Inquisitor General.
Alright, Sabbat are next.
The Sabbat must be wiped out before dawn. Then, when you come back, we'll begin the hunt for the key.
Alright. Hey, Beckett. Exciting night, huh?
You can always count on the Sabbat to do the wrong thing for the right reasons. They're reckless, but they don't normally try to attract this much attention. This carelessness warrants observation. I hope it doesn't become pandemic.
Let's not invoke the P word here, alright? We're already tempting fate enough. Anyway, wrong thing for the right reasons. What does that mean?
The Sabbat's goal is to stop Gehenna, which is very similar to my own, though they choose to do so through more violent, fanatic, and flamboyant methods. The Camarilla, on the other hand, suspends belief entirely. Or so goes the party line.
You're not Camarilla?
What I am is kindred. How others choose to categorize themselves concerns me only where local customs are concerned. Individualism is a path fraught with obstacles and sometimes angry mobs. But for all its hardships, it is the only one worth taking.
I can see that. Anyway, yeah, I met with Dr. Johansen.
What did Johansen have to say?
He said there was a key to the sarcophagus, but he doesn't know where it is.
The lock and key. An invention as ancient as greed. I should have guessed. All we have to do is find a victor in this nonsense. They'll be the one with the key.
Fair enough. He said it's the tomb of Messerach, an Assyrian king.
Assyrian origin. Glad to see I'm not losing my touch. As for Messerach, I'll have to research that name, see what I can find.
He said the reliefs on the side were of a demoness named Lamastu.
Lamastu? She was a Lilith figure. They represent empowered women and the threat of such women to male-dominated society. Strange she would be engraved on a king's tomb.
Strange indeed. That's everything I know. Does it mean anything to you?
It seems to corroborate my own evidence. I'm going to have to study it a little more. Maybe dig up some information on Messerach and the Lamastu myth. I'm certain the key will show up in time. Your information is appreciated.
Here, okay, so yeah, the Vampire Apocrypha. Again, this is getting into me not necessarily remembering every little detail, but this does kind of feel like another patch edition, just little items that get added into conversation you can give to a person for extra bonuses. Anyway, have this.
Excellent.
Yeah, you'll see that was kind of a generic response line there. But yeah, why would the Sabbat attack so openly?
It's simple. Someone's misled them into believing there's an antediluvian in this very room. They, and I suspect most kindred in this city, would love to sink their stakes or teeth into its imagined occupant. If indeed rocketing it to the moon was out of the question.
I'm supposed to wipe them out because of the attack.
Well, perhaps for this pack, it's for the best.
I had another question for you.
Excellent.
No, actually, I didn't have any questions for them. Alright. Alright, tandem motor. Now, by comparison, this is also kind of a linear dungeon with a lot of fighting, but there's a lot less going on. And unfortunately, fewer opportunities to feed, so we're going to need to be as prepared as we can be. Now again, this counts as time passing, so we can get more money from Venus. We'll want to load up as best we can.
Money, right? Been a while.
Thank you, Venus.
Where to?
Alright, Santa Monica.
What's the hops, bro?
Actually, I'm curious about something. Since I can go back to the Giovanni mansion, I wonder if they let me do this. So I just remembered there's a way to possibly get one for free. Watching 160p doesn't work. Oh yeah, it's Twitch is just a hot mess tonight. Before we do the next mission, I will stop and start the stream one more time. Oh, okay. So yeah, if you come back here, this was an optional boss fight that we didn't fight, basically, because we did it stealthily. And, you know, didn't raise any alarms. But if you cause any trouble or give away while you're here, Bruno busts out of the meeting and comes after you. It's actually kind of an interesting boss fight. Oh shit, that is Bruno. Because, yeah, you can see he's using a gun, but also he has celerity like us. But he also has human mooks with him, and he also summons zombies. Bit of a problem, that. Ah, motherfucker. Actually, this might be a good idea. This might be a good opportunity to try the flamethrower out. If we can bait him into close quarters again, I think we can finish him off real quick. Dumbass got in close. Perfect. Oh, man. Oh, that worked out way better than expected. Alright, so we do still have the other hostiles in here, but let's get this before it drops. Or disappears. So, might as well drop the Glock here. We're not going to need that. Beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, Bruno is interesting. And you know, if he stays at long range, as you saw, he is a bit of a problem. But he's not too durable up close. And you know, unlike Bach, he doesn't have any means of protection in close quarters. So if you do close the gap on him, he goes down pretty quick. You, top me off. Alright. Problem solved. That's why we don't talk about Bruno. Anyway, back to it. So... Huh. How do we get out of here? That's a very good question. Oh, here we go. The cabbie's over here. Alright.
Hop in.
Yes, let's motor. Alright, so we are going to go back to Santa Monica to load up. And you know, if we were doing Pacia's quest from the abandoned hospital, there was a occult item there that we could have nicked for her. So it is kind of nice that the patch lets you go back there, because otherwise it is lost forever. Anyway, Mercurio.
Prepared a little number called a Dragon's Breath.
Oh!
It's a modified sawed-off, fires phosphorus shells. Personally, it's the only weapon I carry when I travel through Sabbat country.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is a weapon that was meant to be in the game, but was cut content, so I don't know if they properly implemented it yet. Let me take a look. Oh. In accordance with the protocol to the Geneva Convention of 1983, the use of phosphorus munitions in populated areas is prohibited. This sawed-off shotgun fires them nevertheless. Oh. Okay, we will probably get that later. Oh, God. That would totally be worth it against the Sabbat, but yeah. Alright, hang on a second. We're going to stop and sort out the stream here. It keeps having trouble. That's Twitch being Twitch. Anyway, let's load up. So what we're going to do, we'll sell the Colt Anaconda, because the Desert Eagle effectively fits the role of both the Glock and the Magnum. It's a hard-hitting gun with a reasonable rate of fire. And the only difference is the Colt Anaconda has slightly more damage per shot, but less of an issue when you're dumping the entire mag out. Anyway, so yeah, we'll sell that. That'll do her. Alright.